Priceless moments are made possible by our friends at MasterCard. If you're planning on celebrating any special occasion or want to travel light and at the same time make memories that will stay on forever, you always have a friend in you, and that's of course our friends at MasterCard, making every transaction so much more meaningful. Thank you for joining us on Date with DANU. Welcome to Date with DANU right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. Today we are speaking about beauty queens, beauty pageants and everything in between. There's a lot of drama. Let's get on with the show.
Hi, I'm Anudi Gunasekara.
Hello, I'm Megha Sooriyaarachchi.
And I'm Miss World Sri Lanka 2024.
I'm Mr. World Sri Lanka 2024. We are here to go on date with DANU.
Hi, I'm Sangeetha and I'm here to go on a date with DANU.
So yes, taking part in Mr. World Sri Lanka has been an experience all of, in itself, and it's the first time I took part in a pageant in my life, and I think it has been a quite eventful journey. All of us contestants, the 15 of us, the finalists, went through a lot together, and it is truly an honor to be able to represent Sri Lanka at a world stage, and let's see how it goes.
Well, this is the first time I took part in a pageant and it was a wonderful experience. I'm still processing it, to be really honest. And I got to learn new things, experience new things, all of us, all the 12 girls. And I'm very excited for Miss World. Let's see how it goes.
DANU came to watch Mr. World Sri Lanka and Miss World Sri Lanka. He was so fascinated, he actually wanted us to go on a date with him to talk more about it.
And welcome to the show. I'm super happy to have two new faces that are going to be seen a lot this year, and also they're going to be representing Sri Lanka on the main stage for Mr. World and also for Miss World. Recently there was a pageant which really took off with some great talent on the ramp, and Madame, who is on the corner there, was one of the key people in putting it all together. To start things off, I would like to introduce Anudi, who is our reigning Miss Sri Lanka for World, and we have Megha, who is our reigning Mr. Sri Lanka for World, who we have found after a long time. We had a bit of a gap. We didn't have any Misters to say. Thank you for being on the show. Let me start off by saying congratulations to the two of you.
Thank you so
Thank you very much.
I remember the time when I was crowned, it was not easy at all. I had to be sent for all pageants, you know, they couldn't find anyone that year. It was just me and only me. Do you remember that time, Sangi?
Yes.
Just go with the flow. If I keep on saying it long enough,
People will believe
yeah, because there have been some questionable ones who have won. I'll fall into that. Like, I'll fall into that. You? How are you keeping? How has the moment settled in? Have you enjoyed and embraced everything?
Well, first of all, thank you for having us.
No worries.
Still processing it, to be honest, but it has been wonderful. Yeah.
Did you ever think until the last moment that you would be the one?
50-50, I would say.
But you were okay to
Yes,
not win
of
it
course.
as well?
Yeah. I would be heartbroken, obviously, but
Yeah.
I was ready to accept that as well.
Yeah. I saw some of those ones who were clapping like. We see those. Those are the ones that I like to see.
Okay.
It's more fun. Megha, I called him a beautiful man. That's what I have sent a few messages on those same lines to him. But you can't blame me for saying that. He has a full package. How has it been, Megha? Did you ever think that you will be the man of the moment?
Well, I've done my prep. I actually planned to compete, and I think I did my best, and I was hoping for it. It all worked out in the end with the planning I did, I guess, and it was a pretty good competition as well. all the 15 finalists were really in the game, their heads were in the game. I think it was a really pretty good competition. Even then I thought it would be. So it was good to see, to be on the winning point.
Three.
Yes.
Yeah. Sangeetha.
Yes.
I'm sure a lot of people might ask you, are you mad to put up these pageants even when this country is going through all this trouble? It's so hard to find anyone giving investment these days on something that, you know, that is not top priority for them these days. But you somehow do it and you somehow maintain standards in doing. And oh, it's just, I don't know how you do it, but how do you do it?
Danu, so it's been a passion for the three of us, and actually it's quite difficult. At the times when it's difficult, we nominated and sent, because end of the day we want to send a representative, and it's easy. We can headhunt, pick a girl and send, and that is how 2 of our 9 Miss Sri Lankas have been to the Miss World. But the other 7, we had to do the entire show. It's at least 3 months of planning for 2 months of training and execution. So it's a lot of hard work, but it's also, it gives back so much, because when you see this young talent and what they've reached after that, gives us great pleasure to know that we've done a little bit, they've started their career with us. So that gives a pleasure that cannot be measured in any other way.
But one thing I must say, every title holder that has won under their guidance are still very much felicitated, they're very much in the scene, and they're all recognized every year.
They're celebrated.
So, and that is beautiful, because sometimes we never get a chance to see. Sometimes the one who comes to crown is like their grandmother. Like, you know, we have forgotten who had the pageant, what happened to them. But you all have been so consistent, and that's what's amazing, because you feel that your hard work and what you have worked for is always going to be rewarded.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. And they're always treated so well. They have their own glam table. You can see it because that glitters the most. All the queens in one place. There are other queens too, but I'm just saying. Right. We have a segment.
Let's not go.
Yeah. We have a segment called Hot Seat. This segment is made possible by our friends at Crystal Luxury Wellness. More details on what and the amount of services they provide under one roof is, the list just goes on. But I would like to speak about Crystal Crown, which is a part of their very innovative, modern medical solution for anyone who is battling hair loss. And this could be a constant problem if you want to do something new, or even if you want to, you feel a bit older than you should because, you know, your hairline is just not exactly visible. Well, you can now get the experts to work on it and give you this brand new look with affordable and at the same time professionals working on you. More details when you do visit Crystal Luxury Villa or at their clinic or at One Golf Face. More details on their social media handles as well, so you can look your best. Now, it's time that we play Hot Seat. Hot. Right, I'm going to start with Megha. Well, we normally have individual questions,
Okay.
but this time we are going to have pooled questions.
Okay.
If you have to choose a Sri Lankan man to contest for Mr. World after you are done reigning, but you can only nominate one person, who would you pick?
Oh, that's a hard question. It can't be someone who already had represented, I'm guessing.
No, no, no.
Okay.
Don't consider age, all of those.
Oh,
Can be anyone.
wow.
Danu is so hoping that you're going to say his name.
Yeah,
Never
okay.
mind.
I'll go with you, Danu.
I don't want this.
Yeah, it's all right.
sympathy.
No, it's not a sympathy. Yeah.
I think we've already lost this competition. If you have to pick a woman, who would you pick?
Can I choose a contestant?
Anyone.
I'm going to choose my first runner-up, Shanala Veerasinghe.
Right. If you wake up one morning, Megha, and find a dude sharing a bed with you butt naked, what would be your first reaction?
Wake up from that dream again? Yeah.
If that's a dream. I'm sure you'll have a lot of volunteers, darling.
Right.
Sangeetha. If you could have only one or the other, not you, I'm just asking her,
Yeah.
what would you choose, beauty or brains?
Brains. I would choose brains.
Yeah, if you use your brains, you can become beautiful. As the two title holders, if you could give a piece of advice to the presidential candidates who are going to contest, what would that one advice be?
Start empowering the grassroots community levels of Sri Lanka. That's the start.
I would say start empowering the youth, give more opportunities to grow in this country so they don't have to leave.
If you're stuck in an elevator with Sangeetha and me, who would you use the mute button on?
That's an obvious question. It's got to be you, because I had to be alive by the end of it to get out. So it'll be you.
You?
You.
Sometimes, you know, Megha, you don't need to talk to do a lot of things.
I'm glad I'm sitting here.
Sangeetha, if sex with a random person is the only thing that would save your life, would you or would you not?
With a random person.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that would really depend on the random person, but
Yeah.
I mean,
You'll take the live call then?
yeah, depending on the random person.
Yeah. A Gen Z habit that you think is absolutely annoying? All three of you. Actually, I thought of your daughter when I was writing this question. You all fall under Gen Z.
I'm a Gen Z. I know I'm calling out myself if I do that, but
You are, no,
No, I'm not.
The phone,
the phone.
yeah. The addiction.
I do this, but saying slay all the time, it's a bit outdated at this point, but I do it. I know.
That's during our times, like you slay.
We do that a
Ah,
lot.
it's
Yeah.
maybe
It's
a
coming
comeback.
back.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
come
yeah.
back. For you,
Oh, could be the. I think it's the phones.
Wow.
Living inside the phones, maybe.
okay. This is also for the three of you. What would you tell the men who don't find you attractive? All three of you.
Your loss.
Good.
I won't care.
Oh.
Yes? Doesn't matter. Their opinion doesn't matter.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank
You're
you.
the lucky winner.
Okay.
We're giving
Thank
you
you.
a break. Thanks to our friends at Tony Pillay for joining us on the show. With over 300 designs at any given time, you can check them online. If not, visit their store and purchase it for yourself. And the ladies, you also get a little bit of love here and there, but they're known for their shoes for men. So if you have a special occasion coming, from your little slip-ons to all the way for your dressy, fine finished shoes, you have them all under one roof at Tony Pillay. if you're at that point where you're developing your body like Megha's, it's hard to find shirts that fit you. But I didn't want to feel anything less than Megha. So I walked into Shirtworks and I was like, listen, I also want those funky looking shirts. Why can't I buy it off the shelf? They're like, sorry, your voluptuous curves don't have it. Then I was like, can you please make something for me? He said, yeah. We have ED's array, range of fabrics, pick what you like, personalize the way you want to, and make your shirt to fit you. Now, if you want to buy it off the rack like he does it, or if you want to make it like the way I do it, Shirtworks is the place to go. Suit up, people. It's always a good look. Thank you to our friends at Tuxilon for joining us on the show. Fabulous place where they give you personalized service, and also you can choose the type of fabric you want, the look, the finish you want, and the amount of styles that are there when it comes to a perfect suit that defines a gentleman. You can now visit Tuxilon at 1 Golf Phase, level 3. If not, you can visit them at their Colombo 7 branch with ample parking, so don't worry. Thank you to our friends at Petals for joining us on Date with Danu. They're down Pentrive Gardens in Colombo. You can now enjoy a range of amazing decor for your special events, for your great moments, or when you get crowned as Miss Sri Lanka. All of these amazing flower arrangements are available with professionals working on it, and Hasa really knows how to do his job in creating these bouquets to look gorgeous. Thank you so very much. If you have a special day coming up, you could always give them a call, choose from the range of flowers that they have, and make it more special. And when we have a beauty queen here, this is for you,
thank
my
you
darling.
so much. So pretty.
Thank you, Pebbles, for joining us on the show.
Havelock City Mall, my happy place.
Welcome back to the show, and this is A Date with Danu. Sangeetha and I, these days, we are literally like, we spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
This is our third consecutive day together. And till now, she seems to be okay with my company. Till now, yeah.
And you with me.
Yes, of course. And this is going to go on because we're on the judge board for a competition, Sri Lanka's Got Talent, and it's a lot of fun. If only our mics can have a mind, I don't think they'll be happy to hear about the things that we are saying. Sangeetha, I'm sure, like in every pageant or anything and everything that people try to do, there are a lot of things that will either disappoint you, obstacles that will come your way, and also things that sort of cripple trying to do something good. I know this has been a many million project, and it's not easy to do it. Tell me, how do you maneuver all of those and still keep a straight face and put that show up?
Well, there are times I break down, definitely. But Danu, the thing is, when you're so focused on doing something and your investment is so huge, not just money-wise, your time, your thoughts, your art, everything. And it's just not only you, right? 15 boys, 12 girls. We had a team of people working with each of these contestants. And it's everybody's time, effort, and knowledge. And you cannot play with that. You have a responsibility to make sure everything goes smooth. And end of the day, that falls on my shoulders. So I know that my responsibility, and I know no matter what, I have to take it through. And that is what I do. And I think, I cannot do it without the support of the two teams that I work with for Mr. World and for Miss World. We face so much drama this year, right from the
And
word
it's still
go.
continuing.
Yeah, right from the word go, and none of it is said out because it's not necessary. It's not for people to know the gossip, the the ups and the downs and all of that, right? So you have to be like the earth. Take everything, entire weight, and just stay solid, no matter what. So basically, that's what I've been doing, and I have two great teams, absolutely great teams working with me.
That's amazing. Megha, this has been a great month for you. Your film is on the big screen, and at the same time, you have won a title. Tell me about your entry into the film industry. Happened a few years back.
To be accurate, it was actually I came in front of I acted in front of the film camera in 2009 or 10, I think. First, it was one scene I acted with Mr. Job Vikrama back in the day. That was my first scene that I've acted in. But I played a main role, a few years ago in the film Cinema. And after that, I got into learning and studying acting. So I've studied directing since I was a kid because that was my passion. But I got into studying acting afterwards only. And then I did around 5 movies in main role, which are to be released. And one is actually in theatres. Mandara, it was directed by Mr. Priyantha Kolambage, and it's in theatres island-wide now. So yes.
That's remarkable because considering the fact that get-go you come with 5 films, I think you have a lot in hand.
You know what, Danu? So when he came for the audition, and he sat in front of us, and he's like, "And what do you do?" He's like, "I've done 5 movies, acted, and I've directed a movie." And I'm like, "What?" And I don't even know him. I felt so bad, and then I had to quickly refer him up.
No, but it's not your fault. It has not come out to the public.
Yeah, exactly. But then I'm in the industry. I should know who's done a movie, directed, and all of that. But then I quickly caught on.
And in terms of directing, what was the film and how was that experience?
As I said, direction was something I had a passion for since I was a kid. So I directed my first feature film called Marine Drive. It's a Sinhala movie. We finished the whole production now. We are waiting to release it. Let's see how it is soon. And it took time because we as a whole team came up with the movie itself.
Right.
And it has been a beautiful experience altogether. So let's see how the public receives it.
It's always good to have young people coming into the trade because we see a newer, fresher perspective considering the fact that we're competing now with things like Netflix and all, which where they give you state-of-the-art entertainment just palm of your hand. So you're like hard to deal with. If you do need a lead for your next film, nothing shorter than the lead. Here, just the lead. Now, I have to ask you a special moment that we need to speak about. Our friends at MasterCard make this moment possible, and that's, of course, the priceless moments in our lives. Now, we all have those very special moments. I wanted to ask these ones who are young and vibrant about, what has been their priceless moment.
I would say the moment I won Miss World Sri Lanka, because it has been a dream and I've been trying, I think, since 2019. And I wanted to take part in that pageant in that year, but I couldn't. And then I thought, then I will take part in the next year, and we didn't have it. And I sort of gave up, actually.
Are you?
Yes, and then in 2024, I saw the announcement on Instagram saying that they are calling applications and all. And I applied, and Lashni told me I was the first applicant, actually, because I applied the moment I saw it. And I think it was not just my dream, my mother's dream, my grandmother's dream. She has been my rock all the time. And I think even in my introduction video, I say that I was deeply nurtured by the maternal figures in my household because I didn't have much time with my father when I was growing up. So I was, because he was actually in the special task force during the war, and I had my mom, my aunt, my grandmother, and they had helped me a lot. So it was not just my priceless moment. I think it's their priceless moment as well. So yeah, it has to be that.
Aw, so well put. What's it for you?
I mean, as she said, winning Mr. Sri Lanka could be one of the top moments in my life as well.
After meeting
Yes,
me.
yes, of course. Sorry, Danu. And other than that, to say, because I don't want to, because she actually put it really well.
Yeah, she did.
And other than that, I think one of the most priceless moments in my life, I think, where I am, I'm 28 years old, going on to become 29. I think the priceless moment for me in all those years would be when I hit rock bottom in my life. I mean, then only you realize the potential you have to bounce back, because then you know what the rock underneath is to bounce back from. I think that for me has been the most priceless moment in my life, and it is what actually led me to be prepared to come here as well in life, I guess. And I think I'll keep that in mind for time to come, and because you can't differentiate yourself afterwards, because it's something you find for yourself to who you are, and I think that is my priceless moment in my life. Yeah.
It's amazing. Priceless moments are made possible by our friends at MasterCard. If you're planning on celebrating any special occasion or want to travel light and at the same time make memories that will stay on forever, you always have a friend in you, and that's of course our friends at MasterCard, making every transaction so much more meaningful. Thank you for joining us on Date with Danu. We're getting into a break. We'll see you right after. Thanks to our friends at Tony Pillay for joining us on the show. With over 300 designs at any given time, you can check them online. If not, visit their store and purchase it for yourself. And the ladies, you also get a little bit of love here and there, but they're known for their shoes for men. So if you have a special occasion coming, from your little slip-ons to all the way for your dressy, fine finished shoes, you have them all under one roof at Tony Pillay. If you're at that point where you are developing your body like makers, it's hard to find shirts that fit you. But I didn't want to feel anything less than Megha. So I walked into Shirtworks and I was like, listen, I also want those funky looking shirts. Why can't I buy it off the shelf? They're like, sorry, your voluptuous curves don't have it. Then I was like, can you please make something for me? He said, yeah. We have ED's array, range of fabrics, pick what you like, personalize the way you want to, and make your shirt to fit you. Now, if you want to buy it off the rack like he does it, or if you want to make it like the way I do it, Shirtworks is the place to go. Suit up, people. It's always a good look. Thank you to our friends at Tuxilon for joining us on the show. Fabulous place where they give you personalized service, and also you can choose the type of fabric you want, the look, the finish you want, and the amount of styles that are there when it comes to a perfect suit that defines a gentleman. You can now visit Tuxilon at 1 Golf Phase, level 3. If not, you can visit them at their Colombo 7 branch with ample parking, so don't worry. Thank you to our friends at Petals for joining us on Date with Danu. They're down Pentrive Gardens in Colombo. You can now enjoy a range of amazing decor for your special events, for your great moments, or when you get crowned as Miss Sri Lanka. All of these amazing flower arrangements are available with professionals working on it, and Hasa really knows how to do his job in creating these bouquets to look gorgeous. Thank you so very much. If you have a special day coming up, you could always give them a call, choose from the range of flowers that they have, and make it more special. And when we have a beauty queen here, this is for you,
thank
my
you
darling.
so much. So pretty.
Thank you, Pebbles, for joining us on the show.
Havelock City Mall, my happy place.
Welcome back to the show. This is Date with DANU. We are speaking to Anudi and Megha together with beautiful Sangeetha on the new title holders we have in our country right now. Now, there's always this discussion, you know, we have these keyboard warriors and we have critiques everywhere in terms of, oh, look at the one we have sent this time, huh? Can't bloody talk a word of English. Ayyo, look at that, I'm bulging from all sides. And, you know, all these, the tone sort of defines the bitterness in people's voices. But yeah, it's important that we send someone who is well-rounded, who can hold their own and have a beautiful conversation with someone. But language does not define people. Language is always the identity that you carry from the country, but what you say is what matters, not what you're using to say it. So I was so proud to see such well-rounded, educated people coming forward, because a lot of people shy away from such pageants. They're like, no, we don't want to be seen in bikini, we don't want to do that, we don't, you know, and also people may look down on it. But, you know, across the world, some of the best title holders who have held good positions have used this as a good, you know, a starting point. And this is like your moment to like take off. You know, others will find it so hard to come to this point. From here onwards, it's just, you know, like sparkles. Tell me about, you come from a very military oriented family, maybe because your dad would have given you all very, you know, shoulders straight, and he might have had a very strict routine, at least for himself.
Yes.
But and you got into international relations.
Yes, I did.
Was there a particular reason?
And even I think her mom and aunt is also somewhat connected to the
Navy,
Go on.
Sri Lanka.
military.
Wow.
I'm coming from a sort of military background.
Right. Tell me.
Well, I initially wanted to try law, but after A-levels, I did this diploma at BCIS, Bandanayaka Center for International Studies, and I did this diploma in international relations, and that sparked an interest in me. And then I got selected to University of California, and now I'm in my final year. So in the university, I chose French along with international relations.
Oh, you and Kumari Silva might have been friends. Buzebungu.
He's speaking to me in French only now. It's been so annoying, but yeah. So I think I was really interested in international relations, other political matters, diplomacy, foreign policy, and all that.
God, you have best country to be in, darling. So much of kunu.
And I think international relations degree also kind of complementing my pageant journey, because at the end of the day, it's all about diplomacy, how you connect with other countries, how you maintain that relationships. And there's a thing called beauty diplomacy, where you use pageants and all that stuff to improve relationships with other countries. So I think this is really going with my pageant journey, and I'm excited to see what I can do for my own motherland. And I really want to join foreign services of Sri Lanka as well, but let's see how it goes.
Where do you get your looks from? Mum side, dad side?
I think a mix of both. I don't know, growing up people told me I looked like my father, and now they're like, you look like your mother. And sometimes my aunt also. Genes.
If my mum only chose better.
I
No,
know.
I'm just saying, you know, could have been a hunky poodle.
You are hunky.
Yeah, yesterday I discovered it.
Yeah.
Yesterday I told Sangeetha, I said, I think I'm a beautiful man. And she's like, what made you think so? Then I showed her this photograph that I thought, I look nice here. And she was like, yeah, whatever makes this boy happy. Megha, you come from a family of doctors. That's amazing. But it's nice to know that, you know, they always say, you know, become whatever. But a family like that to support your passion for that to be a career. That's amazing. What sparked this conversation at home, and how was it?
I think it's not a conversation that I had to spark, because my father, both my parents being doctors, still my father was actually into art itself since he was a kid, and he has directed 2 movies as well himself.
Wow.
And since we were kids, we were not asked to do a certain thing that they want. We were asked to choose on our own. We were given the freedom to explore art, to find for ourselves how art makes us feel. And I think that is why and how I fell in love with art and direction and the whole process of making art. And it was, from there onwards, it was encouragement altogether from all sides of my family. But there was only one rule: whatever we do, whatever we choose to do, it should be professional. We should be professionally qualified in what we do, and we should hold ourselves in that regard. And that is why, like, even after our school life, I got into in my higher education also. I got into film studies. It's my BA, and I did a software engineering degree as well. And then I went into I'm reading for my masters in media mass communication. And I love to act, I love to direct, but I think it's my profession is in teaching itself, is what I believe. I love giving back what I learn. So that is why I'm choosing my profession to give back what I learn as a lecturer. And in the meantime, I'll choose the art I do very, very carefully. And what I direct, I can do on my own time, in my own passion. And the same goes for the movies I act in as well.
Sign me up for your lectures, I'm coming.
Okay, then, we'll do.
I'll be the key student asking all the doubts.
Okay.
Sangeetha.
And I won't be surprised.
Sangeetha, I just wanted to ask you,
Yes.
these pageants don't come easy, because as much as we celebrate one winner, we are also consoling other 11 girls or
Yeah.
13, 14 boys.
14 boys.
It's not easy, and some could, be poisoned, could be turned, could erupt not the way you planned it.
Yes.
And throughout the years, how have you handled it? Are there any dramas that we can speak about this year?
Danu, initially, actually the very first, after the very first pageant, I cried with the response I got from people, because I was so shocked.
The
And
first ever
the
girl
very
you
first,
crowned, yeah.
I cried so much. The second, it hurt me. Cried a little. But then I realized, oh, it's my fault. I'm not. We are training them to face the pageant. We are not training them to face whatever the result. So from the third pageant, tried that, tried training them to understand what it is to win and what it is to stand tall, whatever the result. And that's so much more difficult, because Anudi, let's say, Anudi walks home with happiness because she's won the crown, but to stand tall after not getting the crown is so much more difficult.
Correct.
And for all the girls who do it, I have so much more respect, But every year, every single year, there'll be 1 or 2 girls who cannot handle defeat. And they'd like to make up stories, and there are enough and more people who try to copy or do our pageants who have failed miserably, so they want to sort of, get together and try to kind of condemn the pageant or condemn what we do, which is quite normal.
And condemning is not helping anyone. We are just
No,
losing out.
and I think it makes them happy, so we're okay. And for the girls who cannot take it, I feel sorry for them, because they let's say you talk bad about the pageant now. So what if you won? Are you still going to talk bad about the pageant, or are you going to keep quiet? Because if they had won, none of that would have come up. None of the suffering or whatever, won't come out.
Allegations that
Allegations won't come out. So
Well-
it's always sour grapes.
So there is a bit of a goss that I have to clear with Sangeetha. Can you buy a title? We'll speak more when we do come back. But right now, it's one of my favorite segments and it's called Smack That. Would like to say a big thank you to our friends at SMAC for joining us on Date with DANU. What's amazing about SMAC is the fact that just like how much we love our country, they celebrate lots of things that this country gives us, from the amazing fruits to all the natural resources and also the communities that come forward to provide those to us. SMAC is a true identity of what Sri Lanka is all about in terms of creating a brand that helps communities and at the same time uses our seasonal fruits and everything that is so Sri Lankan, giving it in an easy, convenient way for us to enjoy. SMAC always takes us down memory lane because it's a brand that we all grew up with. A nice, chill SMAC can solve any miserable day into a good one. So what are you waiting for? You can take my word, this brand helps our communities grow. So support local and buy local. Thank you, SMAC, for joining us on Date with DANU. Right, we have questions. And although this segment may have sounded scandalous with a spank that and all, if you all have got excited, that also can be provided. All right. Sorry, I had to look at you there. How to make Megha uncomfortable? Have a 1-minute conversation with me. I think your parents might prohibit you from having a conversation with me after this.
It would be the one and only interview I have with you guys.
This is it. Don't go. That boy is some creep. All right, here we go. Now you all have to guess the answers. Huh? That's a whole job, and you all.
All right.
doing this, okay?
Okay.
I'm long when I'm young, and short when I'm old. In your pocket, I'll stay unless I'm bald. What am I?
I'm short when I'm
I'm long when I'm young. I'm short when I'm old. It can stay in your pocket, it can stay in your purse, it can stay in your pouch, and it can go bald when it's
I
time to
thought it
throw
was
it.
O, but
It's something that you will use, something that you even used yesterday. You're using it right now. Fine.
Lipstick?
Correct.
Okay.
what?
Lipstick.
Lipstick.
I come in many sizes. Sometimes I'm quite loud. I'm better enjoyed with rhythm and not allowed to crowd. What am I?
Headphones.
Correct. Closer. It's
Yep.
speaker.
Yes.
I go in hard, come out soft. And I'm never the same after a hot bath. What am I?
Can you repeat it again? Yes.
You got stuck on the hard, no? I go in hard, come out soft.
Okay.
I'm never the same after a hot bath. What am I? It can be very. Come on. You all have your mind in the gutter.
Noodles.
Ah, yes, correct. Well done. I'm seen in the rear, often filled with a delight, holding treasures hidden from sight. What am I? Rear, focus on rear.
Okay.
Some people have it like a bit bulgy. Not the rear.
Repeat
Say it
again.
again.
Okay. I'm seen in the rear, often filled with delight. Like think MasterCard. Holding treasures hidden from sight. What am I? Sangeetha unfortunately uses a phone.
No idea.
It's a pocket. It's a pocket.
Okay.
Okay.
For now, what do we have? Each of you have won one.
Yeah.
Yes.
This competition got really hard. Okay. You're a winner, you're a winner, you're also a winner. There you go. I'm all proud. We'll see you up in the break. Thanks to our friends at Tony Pillay for joining us on the show. With over 300 designs at any given time, you can check them online. If not, visit their store and purchase it for yourself. And the ladies, you also get a little bit of love here and there, but they're known for their shoes for men. So if you have a special occasion coming, from your little slip-ons to all the way for your dressy, fine finished shoes, you have them all under one roof at Tony Pillay. If you're at that point where you are developing your body like Megha's, it's hard to find shirts that fit you. But I didn't want to feel anything less than Megha. So I walked into Shirtworks and I was like, listen, I also want those funky looking shirts. Why can't I buy it off the shelf? They're like, sorry, your voluptuous curves don't have it. Then I was like, can you please make something for me? He said, yeah. We have ED's array, range of fabrics. Pick what you like, personalize the way you want to, and make your shirt to fit you. Now, if you want to buy it off the rack like he does it, or if you want to make it like the way I do it, Shirtworks is the place to go. Suit up, people. It's always a good look. Thank you to our friends at Tuxilon for joining us on the show. Fabulous place where they give you personalized service, and also you can choose the type of fabric you want, the look, the finish you want, and the amount of styles that are there when it comes to a perfect suit that defines a gentleman. You can now visit Tuxilon at 1 Golf Phase, level 3. If not, you can visit them at their Colombo 7 branch with ample parking, so don't worry. Thank you to our friends at Petals for joining us on Date with Danu. They're down Pentrive Gardens in Colombo. You can now enjoy a range of amazing decor for your special events, for your great moments, or when you get crowned as Miss Sri Lanka. All of these amazing flower arrangements are available with professionals working on it, and Hasa really knows how to do his job in creating these bouquets to look gorgeous. Thank you so very much. If you have a special day coming up, you could always give them a call, choose from the range of flowers that they have, and make it more special. And when we have a beauty queen here, this is for you,
thank
my
you
darling.
so much. So pretty.
Thank you, Pebbles, for joining us on the show.
Havelock City Mall, my happy place.
Well, there's always, one or the other that people about on social media, and I have to ask. I have the horse itself. I rather ask the main horse. I'm not calling you a horse in terms of
Why, Danu?
like get it from the horse's mouth, like
Okay,
that
right,
that
fine.
horse. Let's address the elephant in the room. Just wanted to put another animal in there.
Makes sense.
An elephant it had to be.
Yes. Tell me, this rumor saying that, this crown was already fixed. Everyone knew who was going to win. There was some other contestant thinking that she was going to win. How far are these allegations valid?
The allegations, and they stop at that. None of it is true. If we, as a company, model shop, we want to send one person, we will headhunt, pick that person and send it. Because it's not prohibited. We've done it before, we can do it again. Sade is a headhunted girl. Kavindi is a headhunted girl. And we sent it, it was our decision, and no one's there to question us. We can do it. And we've done it, we can do it in the future too. We don't need to, Danu, hold a huge pageant
And have an auditing firm in the middle of all of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like Ernst and Young, and actually go through. It's a process, and we all have to sacrifice our time. I don't know how much they value time, but for me, it's so much more valuable than anything else. My time is really precious. So is the time of everyone else. Let's say 40 people work for 1 hour, that's 40 hours. And to me, it's so valuable, right? None of us need to give all that hard work. If we are going to have someone, we're going to headhunt, and we are going to plan on giving it to one person.
And you were just getting 2.5 million for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what the rumor said, and that's very cheap to sell a crown.
We don't even sell a sponsorship at that price. I'm so sorry. Please.
Yeah, you're not going to get the crown for that price.
No, no way.
Yeah. But the
won't
men
get a
didn't
crown.
have any of this drama.
That's because it's mostly not the girls also. It's the people outside,
The queens.
not the queens. There are lots of people who want to be us, wants to be in the people who produce a pageant, or they just want to be popular, I suppose. I don't know, or famous. Sorry, not popular. Just they want to be famous, and they want to be famous for all the wrong reasons. So I think they try to create this whole drama, and they get a girl who's weak enough to
Fall
poison,
for it.
and they'll use that. That's exactly what has happened now, because every single girl congratulated Anudi. They stayed for the after party till 6 a.m. I've got thank you notes, gifts from some of these girls, and for them to sort of at any point turn around and say anything bad, it's clearly not them. They've been made to believe, and we are okay with it, because we know who we are, we know what we stand for, and integrity is something we strongly believe in. No way will me, Dhananjay, Shireen, or our TV channel, or Loching, or anybody involved with this pageant ever make it cheap by doing anything underhand.
To be fair, I was seated right behind the judges. I ate their food as well on the day of the finals, and all of them were just alien to these contestants, and they were just going through the motions like all of us were. And also such a renowned lineup of judges. We had Nushara, who has sat on many, and she's represented Sri Lanka.
She herself has been Miss World. She's gone for Miss World, Miss Universe, and Miss Asia, and for Mrs. World.
She's another one like me. They're
Yeah.
sent for everything.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you find the best, it's very hard. Just,
We had Murad, who's a well-known architect.
yes. There are two architects, and they had a total different perspective for the male and the female pageant, and it was quite interesting because they see it from an artistic, from a point of view as to how you are presented,
Yeah.
and that was
And then we had two foreigners for both
Yeah.
pageants. And then we had Manish and Sujiva. And then they had me.
you. All right, now this is a segment that I love. Our friends at Midnight Divas make this possible, and this is a kinky segment. Only this show will have this segment.
Truly. And
Please
only you can
understand, these are just questions. It only gets personal if you imagine yourself in it. Would you rather have it loud or silent?
Who are you asking?
All of you.
Would you rather have it?
Loud or silent?
Ooh, depends on the mood.
Hmm.
Yeah, same answer.
Depends on the place.
place.
Yes.
Soundproof or not, I understand. Right. Do you like surprises? If so, is blindfold something that you'd like to experience?
I hope my father doesn't watch this show.
Danu been there, done it. So just ask
Yes.
them. Just ask them.
Yes.
Oh, no. I just agree.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look that way.
And I can't.
Tell, will you tell? Yes.
I already said, gave my answer.
Yeah, I know. Been there, done it.
He's looking at you, Megha.
Ah, okay. Me, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass on the
Ani,
question.
tell. Blindfold or not, that's it.
Come on, Megha,
I mean,
you can ask.
yeah, I mean, as you said, any surprise could be a good surprise. So,
That is
yeah.
true.
No, don't take it that way.
Shut up. just let me be. Okay, you tell.
Can I pass it?
Because your father might watch it.
Yes.
Seems like only Sangeetha has lived her life here. Last question, because we have 3 and we always ask. Would you like to control or like to be controlled? Quick, people. We don't have the whole day for this show,
Okay.
I like to be controlled.
right?
I think in my nature I'm dominant.
Hmm?
In my nature I'm dominant.
Right then.
To be controlled.
Oh. I'm sorry, I'm not being biased, but I would like to give this to Megha.
Obviously.
You are being biased. So biased.
Yeah. Get your blinds on, I'll be there. Thanks to our friends at Tony Pillay for joining us on the show. With over 300 designs at any given time, you can check them online. If not, visit their store and purchase it for yourself. And the ladies, you also get a little bit of love here and there, but they're known for their shoes for men. So if you have a special occasion coming, from your little slip-ons to all the way for your dressy, fine finished shoes, you have them all under one roof at Tony Pillay. If you're at that point where you're developing your body like Megha's, it's hard to find shirts that fit you. But I didn't want to feel anything less than Megha. So I walked into Shirtworks and I was like, listen, I also want those funky looking shirts. Why can't I buy it off the shelf? They're like, sorry, your voluptuous curves don't have it. Then I was like, can you please make something for me? He said, yeah. We have ED's array, range of fabrics, pick what you like, personalize the way you want to, and make your shirt to fit you. Now, if you want to buy it off the rack like he does it, or if you want to make it like the way I do it, Shirtworks is the place to go. Suit up, people. It's always a good look. Thank you to our friends at Tuxilon for joining us on the show. Fabulous place where they give you personalized service, and also you can choose the type of fabric you want, the look, the finish you want, and the amount of styles that are there when it comes to a perfect suit that defines a gentleman. You can now visit Tuxilon at 1 Golf Phase, level 3. If not, you can visit them at their Colombo 7 branch with ample parking, so don't worry. Thank you to our friends at Petals for joining us on Date with Danu. They're down Pentrive Gardens in Colombo. You can now enjoy a range of amazing decor for your special events, for your great moments, or when you get crowned as Miss Sri Lanka. All of these amazing flower arrangements are available with professionals working on it, and Hasa really knows how to do his job in creating these bouquets to look gorgeous. Thank you so very much. If you have a special day coming up, you could always give them a call, choose from the range of flowers that they have, and make it more special. And when we have a beauty queen here, this is for you,
Thank
my
you
darling.
so much. So pretty.
Thank you, Pebbles, for joining us on the show. All right, so we have two new faces representing Sri Lanka, and I think we are all very proud of the ones who they have picked, because I think they're great candidates to make Sri Lanka proud. And they both work on a project that's close to your hearts, and which is amazing. You have started this project a long time ago, and you spoke about it at your preliminary interviews as well. What is the project?
It's a non-profit organization called the Foundation of Change, where we aim to empower grassroots level communities here in Sri Lanka in different aspects of communities, and that is the main the goal, the vision of our organization.
Amazing. And
Mine is also a non-profit organization called Saheli. So we are trying to combat period poverty in Sri Lanka through donations and conducting awareness programs.
And it's one of the most key topics today,
Yes.
considering the fact that it's a right of someone to be on their periods and not feel like there's a burden of
Yes.
money that's disturbing
That's
them.
right.
So
So we are also providing sanitation facilities, because I got to know that some schools don't have water, like proper ways to dispose the sanitary napkins and all, and that's why they don't attend schools. They miss schools because of that, and I don't think anybody deserves it. So
That is true.
that's what I'm trying to do.
And these two projects, what was amazing is the fact that they'd already started, and they were already doing it even prior to you all taking part, which is remarkable.
Yeah, and actually, just till this year, there was never a Beauty with a Purpose for Mr. World. So it's just introduced, and for Megha to have a project that he could speak about, it's really a plus.
Correct. And also considering the fact that, today we have so many obstacles against the youth, where they feel like, this is it, we at this level are not going to grow forward. So they go to countries where they suffer, why? When you can make this paradise your own. So helping communities build their own is what's important. And I think what you're doing is very timely. And I think like the ones who are comfortable enough to use a pad and dispose of it, you're the lucky one. So there are so many people. And recently I was at a shop and I was waiting to pay the bill, and there was this man who came and he had bought a sanitary napkin. I actually said, "Well done." And he looked at me and smiled, and I said, "I'm so happy that you came to buy it." And that is what you call progressive men. Men who are not ashamed to accept the fact that it's a normal, natural thing for a woman. And if you want to be married to one, and if you want to, have an affair with one, you better embrace every part of it. All right, it's time to see photographs. And we have pictures. You all have to tell me when, where.
God.
You are the one who is looking dramatic, right?
Yes.
Where was this, and who is this with you?
So I was about 5, and it was a concert. I think the final concert we have in our preschool, and that's my cousin.
Really? Your cousin looks a bit annoyed.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah, she's like, "Why no outfit for me?"
But she has been very supportive. I love her.
Amazing.
Oh my God. So embarrassed.
Let's speak about this moment, Megha.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's one of the most priceless moments in my life. and I think I'll cherish it for life. And I have to say, the I didn't expect to find a brotherhood like this in a contest, especially in the given society levels that we come from different ethnicities, different minorities, different cultural and family backgrounds. I think all of us
Gelled on that.
The 15 gel like it was something else.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy to have
And you
been
had
a part of that.
You have mates who will always.
Yes, I think
That's amazing.
that's actually amazing.
Your fam bam?
Yes.
That's your brother, your sister,
Eh,
mom.
Mom.
Who is the strict one?
I think my mother.
I also thought so. I'm telling you, moms can be a bit strict.
Yes.
Now this, I have to do a bit of a nokey pokey, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I love that picture.
And?
That's my boyfriend.
Aww,
I'll
sweet.
give you a fun fact about the photo itself. I mean, before I got to know Anudi, I knew him. We've been friends for about 8 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
So-
how I know Megha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Again, my cousin. I was 1, and this is my mother. My mother has twin, so
Ah.
yes.
Ah,
So
okay.
I honestly can't remember at that.
Obviously, you were too young,
I mean,
darling,
I
yeah.
can see the picture.
Yeah.
I think it's my mother.
But you know, Megha, I'm really shocked over the fact that you claim that this was your first pageant that you have won. You have already won.
Okay.
Sangeetha, did you know about this?
What is that?
He has a leafy crown on his head.
That was Precious had slipped my soft edge.
Okay.
Yeah, I was Precious King.
What king were you?
Freshers, like every first batch we go in, we have a, yeah.
So, Sangi, I don't have any pictures of you. This is just about them,
I'm
unfortunately.
leaving.
Sorry. So the eyes are real,
That's other one.
and
Anudi, pass me the other pictures.
Okay.
this who is? Yeah, I mean, so you know she also needs something to do. Sorry,
Yeah. Never got any of my pictures.
sorry. Who is your man is also in this pic?
No, but
No,
I
he's
know
not
all
there.
the other friends.
Yeah. The circles are,
Very
my circles
very
are really small, yeah.
Your moment.
Okay.
Did you feel like crying and all?
Yeah, I think I cried a bit.
Did you have you learnt the wave?
I couldn't do it because I had so many.
So many things in
Yeah,
your
that's
annual.
what I couldn't
Yeah.
do it. So, yeah.
She has to do it next year.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. My father got promoted to SSP, and this is like a tradition that they do. So that's his mother
Mum
and my.
That's amazing. You were a cop in school?
No, I was.
Just a fake badge?
That's me being the secretary of the Astronomy Society, I think.
The
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
What society?
the Astronomical Society. Don't worry about it, just move on.
What do they do?
Talk about stars. Okay.
A lot of people have tried to like go to the moon in our country. Seems like you all started at school level. Okay, just one more photograph.
I'm so annoyed, Danu.
Ane, sorry. I have done this segment
Seeing
with
the
you
Picture of me. I don't know why I'm here.
to talk about them.
Okay, I'm going to be very emotional.
Oh.
This is my grandmother,
Okay.
my mother's mother. She passed away in 2019. And actually, when I won, she was the first one that came in my mind because I was so loved by her. I still miss her. And this is my aunt. So they're twins.
Right.
And this is my cousin and my mother, me, and their brother, older brother.
You know what? Your grandma must be so proud. The reason why I think it didn't go through at the time it was meant to go through for you in 2019
Yes, yes.
is because she wanted to be the one who is guiding you through this process. And closer look.
Closer.
This is not even photoshopped apparently.
I'll get you some pictures, Danu, from
No
our
need,
photo
I found.
shoots.
I don't know what to say.
Speechless.
Yeah, people are screaming Megha all over the place.
Megha is currently red and purple. And like, you know, his ears
Please
are-
understand that none of this conversation is made to make you feel like, you know, I want to
Bigger old
make
and-
you. Yes, this is just on the notes of television.
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you, Danu.
no worries. But it's a compliment. It's just a complimentary problem that you're having. Well done, my little girl. You're small, no, still.
Okay. Flattered.
No, I'm just saying next to the ones who are on this set, like not me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're
I
younger.
understand. Yeah.
I would like to say congratulations and I wish you all the very best. Great to know someone headstrong,
Thank you.
grounded, and loving is going to take Sri Lanka well.
you
And
so
also, added to all of that, you're absolutely gorgeous. That's what's
And right
important.
back at you.
Cha! Sangeetha, thank you for being here. As always, you know I love your company, and you're always a star. It's a place that never can be filled by anyone. You hold your own wherever, which is remarkable. Megha, you know what I'm going to say. Well done, and I wish you only the best. Apart from the jokes, I think you're a well-deserving candidate, and I
Thank you very
can't
much,
wait to see your journey begin. All right, on that note, we need to wrap things up. It's been a very short show. Anyway, thank you for being here, everyone.
Thank you for
I
having
just
us.
want to say thank you, Danu, for hosting them because as Miss World and Mr. World, we need all the publicity, the support, because it's not an easy journey for them also in the year to come. So thank you so much for being one of the first people to host them.
And also, sponsorships are needed. It does not need to be money, but you know, it's also a place for us to take our Sri Lankan brands out there. So
Yeah.
they can be the billboards that carry you forward. Anyways, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Having
Danu.
us.
On that note, we need to wrap things up. Thank you for being on the show. We will see you again. Till then, you keep smiling. Keep around.